This is my audience. Hi, my name is Maria, and tonight I will present to you my informative speech. For a majority of the world, getting an education is important, as it can open many doors in life. For some, it's a privilege, while for others, it's just another accomplishment. But on June 29, 2023, America's college admissions process changed. A controversial program called affirmative action was overturned. Today, I would like to inform and educate you on affirmative action. Affirmative action is a program within college admissions in which those from less represented communities get an opportunity, whether it be in education, work, or etc., because of their background. In order to present this information to you, I've pulled information from scholarly articles through the Northwest Florida State College databases in the field of education. First, I will discuss the importance of affirmative action and its positive impacts on diversity. Then I will close my main points by discussing the opposing side of affirmative action, such as how it can negatively impact one's identity, and that it isn't the only program that increases diversity. To begin, affirmative action has a long history. It isn't a new tactic that's just coming around in 2023. It's most likely been around since college admissions began, and one of the most well-known cases pertaining to affirmative action is the 1978 University of California versus Beck case. According to a 2022 article, Leanne Herter states, the case called into question affirmative action admissions decisions at the University of California Medical School at Davis. And the ruling, in essence, gutted the race-conscious practice. See, the goal of affirmative action is to create a breakthrough for the less represented communities. And according to the American Civil Liberties Union, affirmative action helps ensure equal access to opportunities and brings our nation closer to the idea of giving everyone a fair chance. With the tactics such as affirmative action in place, it gives room for women and minorities to feel accepted and motivated to be just as successful as non-minorities in fields of education and other programs. In addition to the statement from Herter's article, a man named Theodore M. Shaw, who Herter interviewed, says he remembered being in the courtroom when the Beck case decision was made and felt as though his community had been defeated. Shaw goes on to say, if we pursue race-blind, class-conscious policies, given the demographics of this country, we will see more white working class and poor people admitted. Following this, there were statistics from the American Association for Access, Equity, and Diversity that proved Shaw's points, saying although white men make up only 48% of the college-educated workforce, they hold over 90% of the top jobs in news media, 96% of CEO positions, 86% of law firm partnerships, and 85% of tenured college faculty positions. Furthermore, if risk continues to be factored into one's admissions decision, it can open students to those of different backgrounds instead of being surrounded by students exactly like themselves. The American Progress Organization says evidence gathered by the Century Foundation suggests that racially integrated classrooms can reduce a student's racial bias, improve satisfaction and intellectual self-confidence, and enhance leadership skills. But although many may root for affirmative action to stick around, there are also many who disagree with the process. The process may cause people to struggle with their identity or disagree with their self-worth. An article by George Will says many Asian American teenagers have for years downplayed aspects of their identity or changed their hobbies or interests in order to seem less Asian. This proves that some students feel as though when they go above and beyond academically or in extracurriculars, that they may be more discriminated against, so they like to downplay it to prove that they're just as normal. But affirmative action doesn't only apply to academics, it applies to just about everything. The Harvard Business Review points out the fact that affirmative action most likely wouldn't stand a chance in the workplace. Quoting, but affirmative action is an artificial, transitional intervention intended to give managers a chance to correct an imbalance and an injustice, a mistake. This wording makes it clear that affirmative action is used like a corrector program, only aiming to improve diversity out of wrongdoing from the hiring process, not out of genuine concern for diversity. Another way to prove that diversity doesn't only come through affirmative action is through research-backed data. For example, a 2022 article from the Chronicle of Higher Education talked about California being one of the 9 states to ban affirmative action. And at first they struggled a bit and then they improved. The article states, initially Black and Hispanic admissions plummeted at the most selective universities there, but concentrated work, including efforts to improve socioeconomic diversity and community college transfer process, helped reverse that trend. There were 2 UC schools, UCLA and UC Berkeley, who actually ended up having shockingly diverse freshman classes in both 2020 and 2021. All in all, viewpoints on affirmative action vary by personal beliefs. Many agree to keep it as part of the college admissions process as it could promote and increase diversity, while others disagree and believe it just gives bonus points to those from less represented backgrounds. Whenever you hear the words affirmative action, take a minute to think about what those words mean to you and how you feel if it affected you. I hope you found the given information helpful. Thank you. And here's my